Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. My name is Lorraine Tierney, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I live in the United States in a little town of Warner, New Hampshire. And I love to make cards. I love to send cards. I like to share cards with other people. And I really, really, really like to help people make cards. So I'm coming on live tonight to show you a couple of ideas I have with the um, two-tone cardstock and the Sweet Jar stamp set, which is one of my favorite sets. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I'll tell you, there's a sneak peek for the new online exclusives coming out on July 1st. There's a Christmas set that's going to work with the jar punch. So that's really fun too. So if you don't have the jar punch, you might want to get it now because it's going to go be very popular, I think, with this new stamp set that's coming out. And I could show it to you if I remembered where I put it, but I haven't played with those yet, so I haven't made anything with it. So let me switch my camera over so we can get started. And I'm going to show you some two-tone cardstock. So you can buy two-tone cardstock now in every color that Stampin' Up! Has of regular cardstock. And but you get it in a pack of 10 sheets. So that's 53 colors, 10 sheets. That's a lot of paper to store. So I have been offering a cardstock share with 23 colors of cardstock, 48 sheets. There's 2 sheets of most colors, but one sheet does have 4. One color does have 4 sheets. And then you can get a sampling of a whole bunch of colors without having to store a lot of packs of 12 by 12 paper. Or you can buy some of the packs. There are, I guess you'd call them assorted packs that go with some of the different packs of paper. So this is a meant to be two-tone cardstock pack, and it has Petunia Pop and Old Olive and Bubble Bath, and this is Pool Party, but I think it went in a different package. Let's see, Bubble Bath, Old Olive, Petunia Pop, and Pool Party. And I have another one that was the Snow Day pack that went with a scrapbooking set. And this one had the Pool Party, Petal Pink. Oh, I should look at the back. Is that Garden Green? Yep. Poppy Parade. Those colors. And you get 2 sheets of each one. So that's another way to get it without purchasing 10 sheets of just one color. So like I said, we're going to use the Sweet Jar set today. And it is a bundle with the punch, or you can buy each one of them separately. And we're going to use some two-tone cardstock. So I have a piece of the Old Olive two-tone cardstock, and I have some Floral Delight paper. Or is it? Yes, Floral Delight paper. It goes with the Delightful Wishes stamp set. And I have a pecan pie circle that we're going to use. And our card is going to open up this way, like this. All right, so the first thing I want to show you is that the two-tone cardstock has a light side and a dark side. And I did have a piece of Old Olive around here someplace to compare it to. Let me grab. So you can see. So here is Old Olive cardstock, and here is Old Olive two-tone paper. Hi, Cheryl. So here's the light side, and here is the dark side. So we're gonna rip it. The two-tone cardstock has a white core. The color is just on the top, not all the way through like this. When you rip this, you only see the color all the way through. So I'm going to rip this. I like to keep my thumbs fairly close to each other, and the side, well, let's see. The white's going to stay on my left-hand side. It's going to be visible. So that's the piece that I'm pushing away from me. The piece I'm pulling towards me does not have the white edge. So I'm thinking I want to see the white edge on both. So I'm going to show the light side and the dark side. Okay, but I don't want these really to line up quite so much like that. So I'm going to tear a little bit more here. And we're going to do something like this. Hi, Mary. Yes, it is Friday Eve. I get that this time. Thursday night is Friday Eve, and we like that day. Yes, we do. So we're going to put that. And then this. So that's kind of similar to the fault line card, but not really. And so I'm going to trim a little bit off of the bottom of this. This is a little bit thicker than I want. I'm going to take off about 3/8, I think. Ah, that's better. And here I can take off maybe 1/4. I was going to try to figure out what size to make it a little smaller, but it seemed easier to just trim it. So that's going to look like that. So let's go ahead and glue these pieces down. So I really want to get that piece right there, or else my pieces aren't going to work. So I just marked that with a little pencil mark. You won't see it, I hope, anyway. Please do say hello if you're watching, or if you catch the replay. I love to know who's here, and I love comments and suggestions and help in making the card. Yeah, because sometimes it takes a village, right? All right, so now I'm going to put this one down. And like I said, I like that white edge to show. I really love that piece of paper with a little pool party background and the daffodil and the peach pie. It's really pretty. Okay. I just realized we have a little stamping to do, and I probably should have stamped on my two-tone cardstock before gluing it on, but oh well. Okay, so we are going to use the jar here, and I had a block, here it is, and some pecan pie. I realized I put away one of the stamp sets that I need. I was cleaning up before we started. That's what I get for cleaning up. So I'm going to stamp this right on the gingham paper. And that's about 2 1/8 inches wide. I love the the pecan pie paper ink with this. Oh, I'm sorry. Must be Friday Eve. I'm having trouble talking. All right, so now we're just going to punch that out. And I'm going to punch the top out of a scrap of pecan pie, unless I cleaned that up too. I did not. That's good. I'm going to stamp it first. There's a little stamp in here that is the lid of the jar. So you can stamp it and punch it. Now this isn't inked up fully, and I like that look. It gives it kind of a distressed look or an older look for the jar top. and I kind of like that look. So I didn't worry about inking it up too much. Now I did this near the edge on a little piece of paper so I can just cut out the lid. There we go. So there's our lid. I'm going to put just a dab of glue along the top. I usually recommend putting your glue on the small piece that's gluing on, but for this one, you can put it on the jar. There we go. I'm going to give that a minute to dry. And I think I'm going to put that on that circle, but I'm not sure. You'll have to let me know what you think. Now we need to stamp a little something in the jar. So that's where I had this Delightful Wishes stamp set out. And I'm going to use the single flower. So I have, it's a two-step stamp. This is the detail, and that's the fill-in. And we're going to stamp it on our jar. So I want these two to fill in. I've lost my peach pie. Let me grab my peach pie. Okay, so I'm also going to grab a piece of scrap paper. I only have 7 million of these around. Okay, so I have a little piece of scrap paper here. I'm going to slide this under because we're going to see how dark is the full strength peach pie. That is not too dark. And I want to get my two stamps to line up. So I use the cover of my stamp case. Now the stamp is bigger than the picture, but I can still get it in that orientation. That one's going to go like that. And then this one like this, so that I can line up the two stamps a little bit better. Okay, I need to get up there a little bit closer, but we're going to try to line those two. Oh, I used the brown. Well, that was silly. Let's clean that off before I put it in my peach pie. Okay. So I like to do the background first. I'm going to put a nice little flower in my jar. And these do not line up exactly. Where did my stamp set go? I just want to check that. Yes, they do not line up exactly. They are not meant to totally be together. So there is our beautiful flower in there. And we're going to put that, I think we'll pop that up on our pecan pie circle. I think I want the circle behind there. What do you think? Rather than just, I don't know, I like that too. What do you think? A circle or no circle? We are going to put a happy birthday over here from the Sweet Jar stamp set. Let me grab that one and clean this one. I have 3 different stamp sets out because I'm going to make another card, show you another thing you can do with the two-tone cardstock. And that's a lot of stuff on my desk today. Mary says no circle. All right. Oh, Cheryl says no circle. So put that right there. You see a little bit more of the patterned paper without it. All right. And then I'm going to put the happy birthday over here. Or do we want to put the happy birthday under? Well, now there's so many possibilities. I think I'm going to go rogue and put my jar over here. I love my gingham jar. And put my happy birthday stamp right next to it. And you can see that the two-tone cardstock is great for stamping on as well. Now, there's a little stamp in here that I really like. And I'm wondering if we should do a little stamping with it. But I don't think I want it in brown. What about tone on tone? Here's a little bit of cardstock. Oh, I just stuck it in the brown, didn't I? Oh, let's get that out of the way. So a little tone on tone. Well, it does not really show up on that at all. So I think I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave that off. We have, oh, I better put that on with some dimensionals. Hi, Michelle. Oh, I'm glad it looks like a happy card. I like happy cards. Sunshine and happiness. Let's put these on. So this one has the two-tone cardstock, and it has the light and the dark. I like that. And then on the inside, we are going to stamp sending a little sweetness your way, or sending a little love your way, sending a little party your way. What do you think? I don't mind if you're late, Michelle. You show up whenever you want. What are we going to send our way while I clean up some stamps? I just put that stamp on top of the stamp case so you know what's going to happen. I'm going to be looking for that later. What are we sending? Sending love. Sending a party. I think we're going to send a little love. There's our sending your way. I need to close this. And we'll find the word love. Here it is. And we'll put love in peach pie if I can find my peach pie. And we should probably, oh, good. You guys like love. Good, good, good. Sending a little love your way. And we could put another little flower on the inside if we wanted to, but I think I'm going to leave it just like that. So that's one technique, just ripping your two-tone cardstock. Let me get these colors out of the way. And let me get the delightful wishes out of the way. And then we're going to use a color combination. I don't think I've ever used this color combination before. It's not that radical, but I just don't think I've ever used it. One more stamp here. And I wanted to use my Petunia Pop two-tone cardstock. So I went to Pinterest and said, give me some colors to combine with Petunia Pop. I forgot to put my bling on, so I'm going to come back here and put some bling over here. There we go. A little bit of bling. Okay. So I said, what goes with Petunia Pop? Give me some Petunia Pop color combinations. And it said balmy blue. So I think this is going to be great. We're going to do balmy blue and Petunia Pop. Have you ever done that color combination? All right, so here's my two-tone cardstock. There's the dark side, which matches the Petunia Pop pretty well. And here's the lighter side. Hi, Julie. Thank you. Hi, Jan. Nice to see you. So for this one, we are going to use the glass embossing folder. This one comes in a 2-pack with the garden one. And so we're going to run this through a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And then we're going to do something else to this. I have my mini sander, and I have a really fine sandpaper on that. And we're going to do a little bit of sanding on this cardstock. And I'm not pushing too hard at all, just a little rub back and forth, and you can see the white core comes out. And that's really pretty. Now I have some sandpaper dust on that. So we'll just, I don't know that we need that. We'll move that out of the way. So we're going to put that on here, but I wasn't sure about ribbon or twine, so I won't put that down just yet. We are going to stamp happy birthday again, because I'm always looking for birthday cards. I'm going to stamp the happy birthday in, I think I'm going to stamp it in Petunia Pop on this little white piece. There we go. Love that Petunia Pop. And let's do our jar. I'm going to do the jar in Memento this time. This is kind of a big piece of white paper. I think that's my inside piece. I think this will be plenty big enough for my jar. There's my jar with Memento. Sorry about that squeaking. And we're going to put some candles in the jar. We'll do some balmy blue candles. Now there's a stamp with 3 candles on it, and then there's a stamp with 1 candle on it. And you kind of use those together. So let's start with Balmy Blue. I have something on my ink pad. I don't know what that is. Okay. And I'm going to put some candles right here. And then you have the single candle so that if you want something in a different color, you can fit it right in, either in between or you can put it right next to and have a little bit of different colors. I don't know if I can fit that in between neatly, so I don't think I'm gonna try. Oh, wrong color. Please hold. Oh, I'm glad you think those colors go well together. I liked it as soon as I saw the combination too. Okay, so now we need some little flames on there. I'm gonna grab my Daffodil Delight and clean these off so I can find my little flame. You can either have your candles lit or you can have our lit and flickering, like with radiating lines around it. You have two choices, just flames or radiating flames. I think we're just going to do the flames tonight. You don't need to watch me try to line those up. So these do 3 flames at a time. And then when you want to do the one different candle, you can just ink up that one flame pretty easily. There you go. So there's my jar with my candles in it. And we need to punch that jar out, and we need a top for that punch or that jar. So let me find that stamp again. We've already done the birthday, so I can put that one back. And I think I'm going to do Balmy Blue on Balmy Blue for the top. I really like the look of this two-tone cardstock when it's sanded. I did not get a very good top of that. There we go. Clear stamps, you can see through them. What a pleasure that is. All right, so here's our jar top. And here comes our jar. I did it over to the side to leave myself a little handle to hang on to. But if you don't have enough to hang on to, if this was too close, I would stick a sticky note to the back of it. And then I could move it around with the sticky note to get it just right. But don't have the sticky note come down longer because then you can't move it around as freely. Okay. So this is what I was thinking. I wanted these two right there, and then that, and then that. What do you think? Whoops, let me move it up a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. So let's get this glued together. Do you think I need some twine around it? I do have, I think I have a petunia pop ribbon up there. I'm going to glue these two together. Let's see, the bottom part of that's going to have some glue on it. Like that. And that. Let's hope there's no scientists in the crowd because the candles would go out with the cover on. Should I have the cover? Can I get, oh, look at that. The glue's not dry. I can have my cover open a little bit. I now have glue all over my hands, but at least that way, twine around the lid. Huh, how do you do twine around the lid, Michelle? I don't know. Where is my white twine? Is in a bin, hold on, that I took with me. Here we go. So I was thinking some white twine down here. Twine around the lid. No, I'm gonna have to leave that one to you to show me. You were thinking about that no air, Cheryl, huh? I knew somebody would know that. So I left my jar open a little. Fire needs oxygen. Okay. Whew, I must be working hard. I'm getting warm. I am getting warm. Working up a bit of a sweat. Oh, a little bow on the lid. Oh, yes, I could do that too. I need to watch what I'm doing. I almost pulled that too tight and curled my cardstock. Michelle does not like twine. I'm not going to ask her if she puts twine on her lids, because nope, no twine for Michelle. Okay. I'm going to do that. Just curl your paper a little bit if you want to move it down. There we go. Let's glue that down and we'll pop up some of the other stuff. And then we'll have two cards with this great two-tone cardstock. The two-tone cardstock is a little bit lighter weight than the regular cardstock, so it's kind of nice. It doesn't add a lot of bulk to your card. I can do it like that, or I may have to cut a little bit off. Make that a little bit shorter. I can't move the bow now that I've got the paper glued down. I think I'm going to pop that up and then also pop up the jar. So let's get some mini dimensionals. I have so many dimensionals floating around. We'll put some up at the top and some at the bottom. See if we can span that twine a little bit. Whoops. Okay. We'll put that down, but I want the bow up. There we go. And then we'll put some dimensionals on this. Oh, thank goodness I've got that lid opened up. That would have bothered me. We'll put a mini dimensional on that lid. Ha, I just pulled it off. The dimensional will help hold that in place. Here we go. I'm going to come over a little bit. Happy birthday. I like the blue and the petunia pop and the balmy blue together. And I'm going to use these holographic resin dots, but we're going to color them, make them darker. I've been coloring these with Blackberry Bliss. You can see the remnants there. I like the little ones. We could have also colored them balmy blue, I guess, but I thought I would do petunia pop. Right there. And about one up there. So there's our petunia pop. And on the inside, we could do the same thing. I won't make you watch me stamp that again, but I could say sending a little party your way. I think I would put with the candles. So there is the sanded, embossed, and then sanded two-tone cardstock, and then the ripped two-tone cardstock. So I hope you'll give that a try. Add some two-tone cardstock to your next order if you don't have any. And remember, if you order from me this week and spend $45 before tax and shipping, but after using any stamping rewards, I will send you the cardstock cut and DSP cut, the die cuts, to make these 3 cards. These use the gallery, beautiful gallery paper and the beautiful motifs stamp set. So thank you for joining me on this, what is it, Thursday night, June 26th. And please have a great evening. And I hope you have a good Friday for real tomorrow, not just a Friday Eve. Thanks for watching. Bye.